Police officers bring order to our world. Their primary job is to safeguard the public from harm's way. This can sometimes involve their own family, too. What would you expect a police officer to do if their children turned out to be the culprit?
And her dad drove up out of the car, pushed me against the fence, and punched me in the face.
It can be tough for the officers when this happens.
Have you got anything on you?
I have.
In this video, we'll examine the stories of police officers whose sons and daughters had to be arrested.
This is not good for me. You don't understand. You put my hand on the Holy Bible.
Fair fight, we need your mother.
What challenges do officers face when their kids get involved with the law? Police officers encounter all types of violent and terrifying criminals in their line of work. However, in this story, they had to apprehend their children.
Do you have a warrant or something?
No.
Then why you kept telling me a bunch of bad names?
In this particularly challenging incident, the police found themselves in the difficult position of arresting their child for a serious offense, driving under the influence, DUI. It all happened on December 28, 2022, when a witness observed a white vehicle striking a traffic light and leaving the scene without stopping. Acting promptly, the police located the suspect's vehicle at a nearby gas station. However, what they discovered was truly unexpected. Their child was behind the wheel.
My dad is,
After further questioning, the child, Teresa, started sharing more details. She had been at Applebee's earlier that day and had consumed alcohol.
You left Applebee's.
Yeah, I left Applebee's.
You cut through the plaza. You came out by Lowe's and Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
In such circumstances, a person may find themselves hoping for leniency from the law if they have a personal connection to a police officer. They may expect special treatment once they reveal their connections to the police. Teresa, hoping her father's position as a police officer would help her, denies hitting the traffic pole and claims that her bumper was damaged from hitting a deer.
Did you hit the traffic pole? That's right
I
there.
did not hit the traffic pole. This part was hanging off already. I hit a deer in Pennsylvania because I go to school in...
Also, the police suspect she may have been smoking marijuana. Bad luck, for Teresa's explanations didn't add up logically.
Do you smoke marijuana recreationally?
No, I do not smoke marijuana universally.
The police started to uncover the truth further. Desperate to be rescued by her father, Teresa repeatedly uses his name, hoping he will intervene somehow. Nevertheless, before her father could arrive, the police began to piece together what truly happened. They questioned Teresa about her actions and finally managed to get some truth from her.
Hit a deer before this. You can ask my dad.
This piece fell off at the traffic light that you hit, that you knocked over.
Eventually, Teresa admits to hitting the traffic pole after leaving Applebee's, confesses to being intoxicated, and reveals that she was also texting while driving.
Oh, I hit a curb.
Yeah, you went up the curb, you hit the traffic signal fell down, and you
I
left.
was texting.
With the truth now revealed, the detectives decide to speak with Teresa's father, John. John arrived at the scene and inquired about the situation with his daughter to the other officers. The police officer asked about the location of the car damage, to which another officer explained that it was on the front right bumper, resulting from a previous deer collision.
Where's the damage on the car?
Okay, the damage on the car there, I think it was like the front.
However, the officer noticed that the current damage was more severe. Despite knowing the truth, John could not ignore the fact that it was his daughter after all.
I'll see if she wants you to come out, if she wants, you to drive her home.
John decided to check if his daughter wanted him to drive her home.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Let me come out there and I'll see you guys.
John approached the officers a few minutes later to discuss the matter further. The officer seemed concerned, thinking that John might make excuses for his daughter.
Yeah. What's up? So, what she's saying, and where the damage was, doesn't really make too much sense. So, tried to get some more information out of her, but...
However, John was simply trying to gather information by referring to the text messages exchanged with his daughter to establish a timeline. He pointed out that she had contacted him after the alleged incident, asking for his help. Despite John's willingness to cooperate, the sergeant requested that he refrain from getting involved to maintain the investigation's integrity. Ideally, police officers should not get involved in a case where they have personal connections to the guilty party. The officers inquired further into the inconsistency in Teresa's statements regarding the damage and started suspecting she might be more intoxicated than they thought. They conducted field sobriety tests to confirm their suspicions.
So right now, this is going to be my call. Okay. From now. Okay, gotcha. It's going to be provided more detail.
Field sobriety tests are designed to evaluate a person's balance, coordination, and cognitive abilities, which can be affected by alcohol or drug impairment. The officer carefully observed Teresa's performance, looking for indicators of impairment, such as loss of balance, inability to follow instructions, or even involuntary eye movements.
And everything that happened today, right? I don't think that you were okay to safely operate the motor vehicle.
Unfortunately, Teresa does not pass the test. With Teresa being taken into custody by her father, they proceeded to the police station.
You stop with this shit, get in the car, you're arrested for DUI. Go ahead, have a seat.
There, her blood alcohol level was tested and found to be significantly above the legal limit. She was subsequently issued a court summons for multiple charges, including driving under the influence, reckless driving, and failure to report a car accident. In another incident involving Commissioner Bruce Adams and his son Kenneth, Kenneth was pulled over for a traffic violation. The officer discovered an active warrant for Kenneth's arrest related to burglary and vehicle theft. Kenneth, initially defensive, claimed to have already attended court for those charges.
It's on our system right now. You have an active warrant out of 7th District Court here in San Juan.
I've gone to, no, that's incorrect.
Okay, well, it's on our system right now.
However, the officer confirmed the warrant's validity, leading to Kenneth's impending arrest. Kenneth can be seen being rather restless with the officers too.
And then you didn't have your turn signal on.
I sure did.
Okay.
I know for a fact I had my turn signal on.
Okay.
That's why I was surprised you were pulling me over, but...
He continuously repeated that he had already been to the court, and the case against him was already resolved.
Because I've gone to court for everything. There should not be an active warrant for me anywhere, dude.
Initially appearing suspicious due to his position, Bruce demanded clarification and questioned who he should contact to resolve the matter.
Tell me who I call to find out why he's in jail. You want me to sue the son of a county sheriff?
The officer provided details of the warrant, including the charges. Yet Bruce maintained that the warrant was false.
And who issued the warrant, though?
The court.
For what, though?
And expressed the intention to take legal action against the arresting officer. Bruce's attempt to abuse his position and influence as a commissioner to save his son from legal consequences is clear. However, the police officer in this case stands firm and refuses to yield.
Issued October 13th.
For what?
It has some felony charges, burglary charges.
Dude, I've been to court for that. No, I've been to court for that.
Eventually, Kenneth is released from jail as the warrant is withdrawn, and no further action is taken against him.
You saw the warrant right there. I showed you a warrant.
He's been charged with that, and he has a plea in abeyance on all of it.
Marion Humphrey Jr., the son of retired County Judge Mary Ann Humphrey Sr., was pulled over by an officer who claimed to have witnessed him driving dangerously.
When did you enter it? Yesterday. You gotta take it, turn it back in a Painesville? Pick it up in Painesville? I'm sorry, sir. Is it?
The officer alleges that Marion swerved slightly after missing his exit. Marion questions the officer about the probable cause for the stop, to which the officer struggles to provide a satisfactory answer. The officer also asserts that Marion appears nervous, although being nervous is not a crime nor indicative of guilt.
Because you're super nervous, so I'm trying to figure out why you're so nervous.
As a law student, Marion handles the situation with composure, complying with the officer's requests and even calling his father to listen in on the arrest. However, the officer asks to search Marion's U-Haul, which Marion finds invasive of his rights. Marion allows the search to take place, but expresses his concerns.
Bringing dogs, is it going to hurt anything? No, it's not going to hurt anything. I promise you. We just don't want to get shot.
Throughout the encounter, Marion demonstrates how unsettling it can be to be stopped by the police while maintaining a calm and respectful demeanor. Despite this, Marion is handcuffed for over an hour while the officers search the vehicle with a dog.
On your other hand, you're arresting me back. There's nothing in that vehicle.
According to the officer, the dog indicated the presence of narcotics before even entering the U-Haul.
The dog alerted on narcotics in the vehicle, so I detained him and he's in the back car while I searched the vehicle.
Unsurprisingly, the search gave no evidence of narcotics. Marion has since filed a lawsuit against the officers,
Daddy, he's arresting me. He's arresting me.
alleging a violation of his amendment rights. In cases of wrongful arrest,
It happens. I know it happens. Honestly, I don't want you to bring a dog because I don't think that's fair to me as a citizen.
the law does not and should not show leniency based on personal connections or influence. Everyone must be treated equally, regardless of their affiliations. Taking advantage of one's influence or personal connections in a case undermines the very essence of justice. Thank you for joining us today. If you found this video informative, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking content. Stay safe, and until next time, take care.